Now, the responsibility lies with us, fans, media, and the industry. Will we allow this bias to persist quietly? Or will we begin to create a space that is truly fair for all talent, regardless of skin color, accent, or nationality? Lisa has proven that she belongs at the top. Now, it's the world's turn to treat her accordingly. We cannot continue normalizing the erasure of Lisa's contributions as just industry politics. Staying silent in the face of injustice is a passive endorsement of a discriminatory system. The Korean entertainment industry, which aims to lead globally, must begin to understand that international reputation is not built on visuals and marketing alone, but on integrity and equity. The world is watching, and the world remembers. To many in Southeast Asia, Lisa is a real inspiration. She's not a product of elite education, nor the daughter of wealthy parents. She rose from the bottom, overcoming language, culture, and bias, and still stands tall. That's why so many people love her. She's not just a star, she is representation. And when that representation is constantly belittled, we are, in effect, belittling the community she represents. It's time to change the narrative around Lisa. She is not a lucky foreign idol, but a professional who has proven her abilities in every aspect, from vocals, rap, dance, to global appeal. She didn't become famous because of Blackpink alone. Blackpink became as big as it is because of Lisa's contributions. Recognition must go both ways. Otherwise, we are creating a false illusion of equality. And to the fans who still refuse to see the truth, ask yourself, would you treat Lisa the same way if she were Korean? Would you praise her achievements unconditionally if her name were Kim Lal-isa instead of Lalisa Manoban? These questions may be uncomfortable, but honesty rarely comes from comfort. Lisa doesn't need defending. She has defended herself through her hard work and undeniable accomplishments. But the world needs the courage to recognize her. If we truly love K-pop, then we must also love the principles of fairness and acknowledgement without bias. Because in the end, honoring one person is a form of honoring everyone. Lisa has walked a path that was never easy, but she never used her pain to demand sympathy. She chose to speak through her work, through her performances, and through a consistency that cannot be faked. And because of that, we as viewers, fans, and part of the global culture have a responsibility to stand on the right side of history. Lisa's struggle is not hers alone. It is a reflection of the journey of thousands of Southeast Asian women who grew up with dreams but were never given space to voice them. Lisa has opened that door little by little, but that door will close again if the world is unwilling to keep it open. None of her achievements came easily, yet she is still often treated as if she does not deserve them. Now, the question is no longer, is Lisa worthy? Because the answer is clear. The real question is the world willing to shed its bias and finally acknowledge her? Will we continue to let jealousy, narrow nationalism, and hidden racism steal the moments that should be celebrated? Or are we ready to welcome a new era of K-pop that is truly global, in the fullest sense of the word? Lisa will not stop. She will continue to move forward, as she always has. But the world must change. The fandom must change. The industry must change. Because if we can't stand up and say, "We see you, we appreciate you, we stand with you," then how can we claim to love this culture? And to every young person who feels like they are not enough simply because they are different, look at Lisa. Not because she's perfect, but because she's real. Because she succeeded even without privilege. And because she's proven that success belongs to anyone brave enough to persist, even when the world tries to make them give up. Lisa of Blackpink is one of the most successful and influential K-pop artists in the world today. As the only member of Blackpink who is not from Korea, she's from Thailand, Lisa has broken numerous industry boundaries, both culturally and geographically. Yet ironically, behind all the global achievements she has made, Lisa is often the target of efforts to erase her contributions, both by some fans and certain media outlets. What should be a celebration of diversity instead becomes a painful act of dismissal. The fact that Lisa consistently receives unequal recognition, even in projects she leads or contributes to most, raises serious questions. Why are her achievements so often credited to someone else? Why are her efforts rarely acknowledged as personal accomplishments? When Lisa delivers a stunning performance, it's often another member's name that gets praised. When she breaks records, the narrative becomes one of luck or assistance from others. This isn't coincidence. It's a pattern. And this pattern points to something deeper: systemic bias, racism. Lisa isn't the only non-Korean idol, but the treatment she receives is notably harsher and more judgmental than that faced by other foreign idols. Her appearance, background, even her accent are often mocked. Meanwhile, artists from Japan, China, and even the US rarely face such erasure. This suggests a discriminatory attitude specifically toward Lisa's identity as a Southeast Asian woman, especially one from Thailand. Some fans might deny this and dismiss it as part of fandom drama. But when viewed through a social and cultural lens, it becomes clear that the disregard for Lisa isn't just personal dislike. It's a reflection of a system that remains deeply exclusive. Within that system, Korean identity is viewed as the default, while others are treated as accessories. Lisa, with all her accomplishments, threatens this order, and thus many feel the need to diminish her. It's time to be honest and courageous in facing this truth. Lisa deserves full recognition for everything she has achieved, not out of pity, but because of her hard work, talent, and dedication. If we truly want to build a fandom and an industry that are inclusive and fair, this kind of racial bias must end. Because recognition is not just about praise, it is about justice. The fact that Lisa still has to prove herself despite being at the peak of her career shows that the standard of success for her is much higher than for other idols. While others may be praised just for showing up, Lisa must deliver an extraordinary performance just to be seen as worthy. This is a subtle but very real form of bias, that someone from a certain background must work twice as hard to be treated as equal. Racism in the K-pop industry doesn't always appear as overt insults or hate speech. More often, it hides in silence, in the way someone's contributions are overlooked, or in how credit is systematically diverted to others. Lisa experiences this not only from haters, but also from some fans within her own group's fandom. When acknowledgement doesn't come from those closest, the wound cuts deeper. What's even sadder is how fans who try to defend Lisa are often attacked in return, accused of dividing the group or the fandom, as if demanding justice is an act of betrayal. But supporting one member doesn't mean hating the others. This is about balancing the narrative, ensuring that no one's role is erased or overshadowed because of their identity. Lisa represents more than just Blackpink. She is a symbol of struggle and resilience for many young Southeast Asian women who have long felt invisible on the global stage. When she performs at Coachella or becomes the face of luxury brands, she is opening doors for a new generation who once could only dream. Erasing her recognition is the same as erasing the hopes of those who see themselves in Lisa.